Everyone. Now we are going to discuss about changing social structure and economic focus. Unit 1, environmental concern. The subject is environmental and agriculture. So what is social change? It's a concept talks about a change in the established patterns of social relations or change in social values and change in structure subsystems operating in the society. The term social change is used to indicate the changes that take place in human interactions and interrelations. So, it may be defined as the process which is describable in the alteration of the structure and functioning of a particular social system. It is a term used to describe variation in modifications of any aspect of social process, social patterns, and social interaction within a social organization. Yes, now social change can originate from either within a society or from outside of a society. So we have described two sources of social changes. One is internal source of social change. Second one is external sources of social change. So first one is internal source of social change are those factors that originate within a specific society that singly or in combination with other factors produce alteration in social institutions and social structures. Second one is external source of social change are events that originate outside of a society to bring about change to social institutions or structures. So next, the important characteristics of social changes. Here we have 10 characteristics. The change is unpredictable in general. Renewal is a process of social change. What speed and in what form the change takes place is not easily predictable. So here we have change is social, universal, continuous, inventable, temporal, degree or rate of change is not uniform. Social change may be planned or unplanned, and social change is multi-casual, and also social change creates chain reactions. And finally, 10th characteristics is prediction is uncertain. So the next, here we have four types of social changes are there. These different movements are distinguished by how much change they advocate and whether they target individual or the entirely of a society. So number one is alternative, number two is redemptive, number three is reformative, and final fourth type is revolutionary. So the main factors of our social change is the population plays an important role in society. There is change in the composition of there is change in society by composition. We mean the structure, that is male female ratio. For balance in society, the male female ratio should be 1:1. And if there is change in the ratio, there is change in the society. If there are more females, then the status and position goes down. So the main factors is follows: demographic factors, biological factors, cultural factors, technological factors, environmental factors, and psychological factors. So, what is the necessity of social change? Yes, in a rapidly changing world, there is a growing awareness that we are facing fundamental problems. In spirit of all the economic growth of the last 40 years, the gap between the richest 1.5 billion and the majority of the world's population is actually growing. With over a billion people in deep poverty and many hundreds of million more living on the margin. In such an era of an increasingly constrained and divided world, the need for progressive social change is obvious. Indeed, unless we can adapt creatively and compassionately, then prospect for an peaceful and stable world will rapidly fade. Yeah. So economic focus. For the finally, we need to discuss the main topic, economic focus. So it's a social science basically. This means that economic has two important attributes. Yeah, economic studies human activities and construction in environment with scarce resource and uses the scientific method and empirical evidence to build its base of knowledge. Yes, the evaluation of human interaction as it relates to performance, decision making, and constraint is a significant foundation of economic theory. The complexity of the dynamic of human motivation and systems has led to the establishment of assumptions that form the basic of the theory of consumer and firm behavior, both of which are used to model circular flow interactions within the economy. Thank you.